What's up? So today's video is going to be movie and TV show recommendations from Netflix and Hulu. So basically I will give you the name of the TV show or movie and then basically give you a description of what it's about, how I liked it, and yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so to start off, the first movie, no, not movie. The first TV show series has 6 seasons and it's on both Netflix and Hulu. So it is called The Next Step and it was made a couple years ago, so it's a little bit old but like pretty new. The first 5 seasons are on Hulu and the 6th season is on Netflix. It is interesting. It's about like teenagers and dance, going to competitions, their training and stuff, kind of drama and like comedy-ish. Basically it's meant to be like life, kind of. Pretty interesting. Next TV show recommendation is Manifest. It is on Hulu and I think it has 2 seasons out right now. It is making more, but it is very interesting. It's about detective stuff. They're trying to solve crimes and like mystery stuff. Thinking how to describe it. There's a lot of drama and action and it's really good. Next show recommendation is Burn Notice. It's on Hulu and it has 6 seasons. It is a few years old. It was like made in like 2007 or something, but it's really interesting. It's like the main character used to be a spy and then he got burned, so all his money and accounts were like gone. So basically he's trying to help other people and he becomes like this good guy and stuff, trying to figure out why he was burned, so it's pretty good. Next is Enola Holmes on Netflix. It is super interesting. It's about, so basically she's the sister of Sherlock Holmes and it's basically her life. Her mother goes missing and she's trying to find out why and where her mother went. So she has these like clues because her mother like trained her to figure them out and stuff. It all ties back in, but it is so interesting. She becomes this like solver detective person thing. Very interesting. Definitely recommend this movie, by the way. Okay, next is Emergence. It's on Hulu. There's a lot of Hulu stuff, but it is basically about this what's it called? Oh yeah, it is like this woman police officer and there's like mysteries that she has to solve and stuff. There's a good amount of seasons. I can't remember how many. I think there's like 3 maybe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it is interesting. Oh, there's a little girl and they're trying to figure out like where she came from and stuff. So yeah. Next is Gilmore Girls on Netflix. It's been out for a while. It is super interesting. There is 7 seasons in the first part of it, and then there's another like show on Netflix which is the second part to it, and it has like 2 or 3 seasons on that one. It's like the New York one, but watch the other one first and then watch that one. So basically if you combine those two, there's like 9 or 10 seasons total, but it is so interesting. It's like romantic comedy, drama. Next is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, part 1 and 2. They're making a 3rd one, I think. Pretty sure. Maybe it already came out. I don't know. But it's on Netflix. It's very interesting. It's about this girl who like wrote these letters to all her like crushes and stuff, and she kept them in a box. But then they got sent to her crushes, and she has to go through all the drama of that. So it's very interesting and like romantic-y, but funny at the same time. And yeah, definitely recommend that. And the other ones next is Greenhouse Academy on Netflix. It is teen drama. Basically, there's this prestigious school where they go because, okay, I'm getting too far ahead. So these two kids, they're siblings. Their mom is like a NASA person. She goes up in a rocket and it explodes. So then the son, he wants to go to this school called Greenhouse Academy that his mom went to. So he's like training his basketball stuff to get in, and then his sister tries to help him because she feels bad for him, but she's kind of mean to him. And then she ends up getting in as well, and she's like, what happened? And then she doesn't want to take it, but then she takes it. And yeah, it's very interesting. There's like 2 teams in the school, and yeah, there's a lot of seasons. It's very interesting. I just realized I'm saying it's very interesting after like every single one, but I have a reason for that, and it's because they're all very interesting. Obviously, that's why it's like movie and TV show recommendation. Anyways, next is Kissing Booth on Netflix, and it's a movie. Now, I have a disclaimer. I have not actually watched it yet, but my sister told me that it is really good, that I should watch it, and that apparently they're making a 3rd one as well. So I am pretty sure I'll have to watch that. I've heard that it's really good, so, but I actually don't know for myself, but we'll see. I've heard it's good, and she says it's good, and she said to put it in, so I put it in. So go watch that, and you can develop your own opinion, but other people seem to like it. So just realized I was holding the camera like vertical instead of horizontal. That's like not that good. So anyways, next is Good Doctor. It's on Hulu. It is about this I was about to say kid, but he isn't a kid. He's like early 20s or something, and he has autism, and his family was like struggling. Let's get that messy background out of the way. Gotta shift. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, his family was having struggles, but he saves this patient in the airport, and then he's on his way to an interview at a hospital, and at first they're like, he has autism, he can't do this, and then he does. They decide to give him a chance and stuff, and then he's like really smart because he can see like the diagrammy stuff in his brain, and it's pretty cool. So it's interesting. Yeah. Next is Death in Paradise on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still on there. Not sure, but it's very good. They're like in a tropical place, and this white guy comes there, and he's like always sweating, he's always wearing a suit. It's pretty iconic, and then basically they like solve the crimes and stuff. It's funny, it is intriguing, mysterious, detective-y. Yeah, it's very funny, so definitely recommend that. And then next is, oh, did I say that was on Netflix? Yeah, it's on Netflix. Next is Royal Pains on Netflix. It is another doctor show, but they're not like doctors, they're like people who help people with like their injuries and stuff. So I guess it's a kind of doctor, but they don't dress up like doctors. It's funny, it is interesting. There's a good amount of seasons on it, so overall recommend. Next is Lost in Space on Netflix. This is really interesting. Basically this family all goes to space, and they like land on this island that they weren't expecting to go to. They're expecting to go to this other place, but they land somewhere else, and they get stuck there with a bunch of like other ships and like they're like tank but like ship thingies. So then they're trying to get back to the space thing so they can go to the planet they were originally trying to go to. So basically they're realizing that they're kind of stuck there for a while, so they're trying to like live there and stuff. But it's dramatic, it's funny, it's interesting. Next is Wanted on Netflix. It is very interesting, and there's these two women who are running from people who are trying to catch them, and like kill them. So that's interesting, and at first they don't really like each other, but then they have to get along and stuff. There's a good amount of seasons. Claire, how many seasons does Wanted have again? Yeah, we don't know. There's a lot. I think there's at least 3. Don't you think?
There's only 1 or 2.
There's not only 1 or 2. There's like 3. Well, I think there's. Anyways, you can check that out. Next is Longmire on Netflix. It is a sheriff show. And they are solving deaths. There's like the Indians, and they're fighting with them, but then they kind of have to like work with them on some things. And there's like 6 seasons, and it's so interesting, and like totally binge-worthy. Like a lot of these that I've said so far, and the ones that I'm going to say, amazing for binging. Amazing. Next is The Unlisted on Netflix. It is a little bit creepy, but it's about these 2 like Indian twins who are like 14 or 15 or something. Their school is like trying to control the kids and stuff by like putting something in their mouth, but one is afraid of like dentist stuff, so he makes his twin brother go in, and so that brother gets a double one, so he's like twice the power because they get controlled and stuff, but he isn't. So they realize what's happening and they try and stop it and stuff, and then they find these other kids, but I'm not going to spoil anymore. There's a few seasons out, I'm not sure. I think there might be 2 or something. But you'll binge it so fastly. It's so good. And then we have Madam Secretary on Netflix. It is amazing. It is about world stuff, interactions with other countries. Is awesome. So yeah, there's I think 5 seasons. Intriguing. Next is Outer Banks. Now, a lot of people have watched this and recommended this, but I also watched this and recommend it 100% because, hello, it is about teenagers. They are like in the more rundown part of town, and like they do all these
cool stuff that everyone wishes they could do, but like would get arrested if they did and stuff. But
it's pretty awesome. So binge-worthy, but it's absolutely incredible. Next is Die Hard. All of them, they're really interesting. I've only seen like 1, but it's really interesting. He like jumps out of buildings and stuff. And that's on Hulu. And then the last one is Princess Diaries 1 and 2. It's about this girl who's
like this normal person who finds out that she is a princess in real life, and she's like, what is happening? And then basically she has to like start to understand that and like act like a princess and stuff. She like has this major glow up, and it's really interesting.
So that's all that I have today. I should, if you want me to do a part 2, but I can find some on Amazon Prime and stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video and give it a like and subscribe because we are trying to grow our YouTube familia. I'm learning Spanish, so I'll have to practice because that's what my teacher said.